I'm doing a lot of videos really centered around helping women attract the love they desire and deserve. Now I'm over 40. I look a little younger than what I am. So a lot of my videos, especially early on, are tailored and targeted to women over 40 that are single or divorced with children. But those of you that are younger coming in like, I need this too. Well, come on, sis. Come on, love. I call y'all love. Y'all ain't really, y'all my loves, my sparks. Come on here. This is a safe place for you too. Okay. So I love doing these videos. I come in from the gym and I get all these ideas. And yes, I go cute to the gym. I wear my lipstick. I'm going to start wearing my earrings too. I'll put my outfit up. Look at my hair, y'all. I have got to, this is actually my hair. This is how women be in our videos. We are so all over the place. We're spaghetti. Men are like waffles. Women are like spaghetti. But anyways, so this is actually how long my hair is. So anyways, probably scheduled program. So this video, I have my notes here. It's what you need to know about men and how they think. Okay. So some of you are still in that space where you're like, we're the good men and you don't want to be single and you're online. If you found this video, it's because you either are in search for, you're not searching. You want to attract the love you desire and deserve, or you want to keep the love you desire and deserve, honey, because I'm going to tell you, this is for a lifetime for us. Starla, I see your comments, girl. We need to get together because this is Second Wives Club. So y'all first wives, y'all better stay first wives, because if y'all don't, these second and third wives, we ready for these men, okay? Because they are good men. So let me get into my video. This book that I'm going to reference, and this author is Dr. Ron Elmore. I had never heard of this book before. Actually, a man that I had dated actually told me about the book because he really had a lot of insight into how just women and things like that. And I'm inquisitive, I ask questions, and he actually told me he read this book. It was published back in '96. That's why I was like, I'm really surprised. I've never seen it as a book. It might not be on Amazon, but I've never seen it like, you know how they have like recommendations. I've never seen it anywhere online. So I'm going to tell y'all, get this book. I get it off abebooks.com, Amazon. But in this book, it's going to help you understand how to love a Black man. Give the love he needs, get the love you want, and create the relationship you both deserve. And then he does have a How to Love a Black Woman, which I got from my honey. And he used to fall asleep reading it. I asked him, did he finish it? He's like, nah. No, he actually cuts the hell no. So I was like, you need to read that book, but he gets it. He naturally understands. His grandma and grandpa were married for a very long time. And his mom and dad were married, they divorced, but he, his dad actually was married. He gets relationships really, really well. He's been married like me. We've been married multiple times. So in this book, what I like about it is he talks about these love substitutes, and he gives you quizzes and then ways, like it's very action oriented. I am a very action oriented person, even though I'm, there's masculine, feminine energy. Masculine tends to be action oriented, but in this space, I own a business. I'm more action oriented as well. I really like the book, and it's going to help you understand what type of love substitute that you had. He talks about in here the 5 most common love substitutes, and he gives you the questions. Like, for instance, are you a pleaser? You tend to play a role around men, taking care to dress, speak, and act in ways that you hope will convince them you're okay. But these ways are very different from your natural backstage self. Pleasers are in love with love and the trappings that go with it. They feel great about themselves when men show interest and horrible when they don't. So again, pleasers. The next one is controllers. Your life's theme song is My Way. For pleasers, your life's theme song is You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. And then for the controllers, the question he has, you do not handle last minute changes or spontaneous and impulsive decisions easily. You often get angry with him because he won't take suggestions from you, but takes the same suggestions from others. So controllers, it's a really good book. Controllers are super responsible, pragmatic, and hardworking. Their patience wears thin with men who aren't. You probably are masculine energy in that with the controlling. Rescuers, your life's theme song was the cleanup woman, honey. And some questions here. On at least 2 occasions, you put yourself in financial jeopardy because you pulled your man out of a jam. Sometimes your friends have criticized you for letting yourself be taken advantage of by a man. You do certain favors for him that you'd be embarrassed if anyone else knew about. Okay, If you answered here, so let me tell you what this one specifically says. Your fantasy relationship, you want a man who wants to be your caretaker. You'd be thrilled for him to be just strong enough to give you some of the same kind of loyal, dependable, and very hardworking love you give. But you want your man to be just weak enough to not be able to make it without you. And what he does here, he gives you the quiz. I mean, Mr. Elmore, you did a phenomenal job. Dr. Elmore, excuse me. Your fantasy relationship and then your problem. The problem with this one I just gave, the rescuer, is your fear of abandonment. So if you've had a parent abandon you, this one's you're probably a rescuer. And if they hadn't abandoned you, but maybe abandoned you emotionally, you're probably a rescuer, had been a rescuer. You're terrified. You're absolutely terrified of the man who loves you becoming the man who leaves you. You have come to the conclusion that the glue that will keep him with you is you're making yourself indispensable to him. Ooh, wait, avoiders. Your life's theme song. These, remember it's 1996, y'all. It's Distant Lover. So here, you have close male friends who frequently confide in you about their relationships with other women. You read far more relationship-oriented self-help books, romance novels, or women's magazine articles and love than most of your women friends. Other than family, few, if any, men are ever participants in celebrating your birthday or other personally significant events. You have seldom or never found a black man who met your standards for potential lover or husband. And he says here, let me see here where the other little things here. Let me see. As you read this book, this one is little. If you're an avoider, you will only get close enough to men to be their friends. You'll avoid becoming anyone's lover. Study men. This is what you'll do if you're an avoider in the world of romance, but avoid getting involved in it. And then the last one is the basher. Your love life's theme songs. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And this one, you get a secret jolt of satisfaction when another woman agrees with your sharp criticisms of black men or laughs at your disparaging remarks. Something about the title of this book don't sit right with you. Ooh. That was a good one. You found it hard to contain negative feelings toward a certain black man because he reminds you of another one from your past. You frequently find yourself challenging male authority figures, feeling compelled to inform them what you won't take. Ooh, y'all the type of women I don't like. Well, it's not that I don't like you. I avoid you like the plague. I don't deal with women that bash men. So this one here is you'd be with your fantasy relationship. You'd be with a humble, apologetic man who was just intimidated enough by you to give you respect and reverence. Respect is something that is masculine in nature. If you want to be respected, you have masculine energy. You want to be cherished, it's feminine energy. Read that book I told you I'm getting to, I do. All right, so here it says you really want him to be at least a little scared of you and the awesome power you wield. Your problem? Incredible rage. Your seething anger over the accumulation of real or supposed slights, unkindness, and demeaning acts from some black men is now spilled over onto all of them. Ooh, I need to maybe do a book study. So then he tells you about those. You take the quiz, you identify who you are, and then he talks about it's time for a change, and each one has a symbol by it. A circle, a triangle, a diamond, a square, and a half moon. And then as you're reading it, let me see. You can tell here, okay, see there? So yeah, he goes through and you kind of go through and you can figure out which one from your standpoint you were and what you desire in your relationship. So for me, the one that I was, like, I didn't want that in my relationship. I wanted a masculine energy, amazing man. And so I literally had to be very intentional about the things that I would do. So one of the things, I'll just read from one. It says, point out his power. But what he has here is a say it and a do it. He has a story on every one of them. I love it. I'm going to point out his power. Here's a story. And then under the story, he gives, he summarizes it. And then he has to say it and do it. So kind of under point out his power. All right. So men are taught and have learned all too well that they shouldn't need anything from anybody. For them, masculinity is measured by the degree of self-sufficiency he has or hasn't got. That's why you will seldom, if ever, hear him ask for the reassuring reminders that he treasures so highly. So then he has here a say it and do it. The say it, I will be his power pack. I will help him see what I see that is powerfully positive and positively powerful in him. then do it. Get together with your man solely to point out each other's positive attributes, abilities, and actions. Acknowledge to him in detail how capable, how powerful, and how impressive he is. Today and every tomorrow that you have, applaud him. He put notes, standing ovations work best. And I'll tell y'all something else that works best. Johnny Depp talked about it with his ex-wife by her throat. I probably shouldn't have said that, but anyways, sexual satisfaction, sexual fulfillment, they like that too. Okay, so yes. So back to it. What you need to know about men and how they think. Get this book. It is really great. Here's another thing, and I shared this in my Patreon society. Understand where men are in terms of what they're listening to and doing. And here's what I'm saying. If I were in the dating world now, I would actually ask a man up front on the first date, or if we're, probably on a first date, and say, who do you listen to online? Are you on social media? Because maybe you know, maybe you don't. And if he says, if he doesn't say Kevin Samuels, I would bring it up early. You need to know how he thinks. You listen to Kevin Samuels, he might say, yeah, and he'll tell you how he feels. I've been in certain scenarios. I was at a wedding. There was a young black man, real nice looking, young. And so I asked him, I was like, you listen to Kevin Samuels? He's like, I hate that guy. So they'll tell you. But if he does say, yeah, I listen to him, then you already know, if he's listening, that he wants a woman that's fit, beautiful, kind, cooperative, submissive, and all of that. Okay, so that's what I mean too, when you get into how they think and what they want and all of that. I want to know what they're listening to. I want to know what they're paying attention to. My Superman actually can't stand Kevin that much. He don't really like Kevin. He knows I like Kevin and I listen to Kevin. And he's okay with that because the men at work listen to Kevin. And I tell him, you get the benefits of Kevin, but you don't like listening to Kevin. But his belief really is centered around, it doesn't really matter. Even though his preference is my build and things like that, he does hold the belief like, look, she's big, she's small, and this and that. He doesn't really like that idea of, just because a woman's over 30 or heavy set, that she basically is in the danger zone and will die alone. Like, he doesn't like that thought or that concept, even though he sees it to be true around us. But he's just hopeful. He's my honey. That's my Superman. So anyways, that's going to be the spark tonight, the conversation. Get this book, y'all. If you want to know how to love a black man, get Mr. Dr. Ron Elmore's book. It's phenomenal, okay? So I'm giving y'all some of the things that are in my treasure box. Not all of them, no, not all. But some of the things in my treasure box so that you can be great too. If I missed anything and what you need to know about how men think and what they want. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.